So with that, please welcome Dianne. Dianne.
Thank you. Perfect. Green button? Okay, perfect. Thank you. It's not lost on me, by the way, that I am presenting directly after Debbie. My daughter is 9 years old, so I'm 1 year away from aging out of this American Girl phenomenon, and I am just so ready for it. It's crazy. We have all of this stuff. Trust me, we've got the Emirates flight, we've got the car, we've got all the gear. You have no idea. So, Debbie, you are speaking to my heart, very much so. Okay, so we're here to talk about addressable television and how retailers are using it to drive growth for their business. How many of you in this room are familiar with addressable television or have experience with it? Okay, so we're about half and half. All right, that's a good place to start, I would say. You know, it's interesting. Our business has all of these acronyms. We like to bucket things into kind of different groups. To me, addressable television is really no different than the strategies that you deploy in CTV. It is IP-enabled television in a live linear environment. It's that top of the funnel, premium video and content to reach your moms, your Bravo celebrities, your Bravo-holics, get that Scandival information that you need, all that good stuff. And actually, I was reading something this morning that was talking about Peter Naylor, and he mentioned at the Netflix upfront that, you know, call us streaming, call us OTT, call us CTV, it doesn't matter. It's television, it's just the modern version of television. And when you're able to take that big screen experience and apply the benefits of digital on top of it, it's really a 1 + 1 isn't 2, 1 + 1 is 5. So we'll take you through a little bit about what we do, and just a little bit of background on me. So I oversee our retail and travel business. I work directly with brands to help consult, help them understand the addressable and CTV landscape. I also work with our team to help our individual sales team who work with our holding company partners to understand what's happening in retail, what are the challenges that they're facing, so that when they have conversations with their partners, they're really able to have a more pointed conversation and really help provide solutions that help move the needle for their business. So, without further ado, if I can get this thing to work. Aim it which way? At you? The big green button. Y'all, I swear I'm not a child. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. So at DISH, we own two major platforms. We have DISH, which is your traditional paid satellite television. We have Sling, which is for cord cutters who still want that live programming, that appointment-driven television, live sports, the Grammys, you name it. And most recently, we stepped into the FAST space with Sling Free. Again, it's all that premium cable that you guys know and love. We do have first-party deterministic data, and we really are focused on sort of moving brands over to taking an audience-first approach. So within these two platforms, it's a completely unduplicated audience. DISH is a bit more C&D counties. Sling is a bit more AB counties. So you're really getting a full national footprint across the entire United States. Again, it's not duplicative, and we reach about 31 million uniques a month with about 5 billion ad avails. So there's massive, massive scale here. And I'm going to take a quick moment to have a little fun. If you can answer this question, come see me after, or I will find you, and I will send you a gift card via email. I didn't want you to have to pack anything in your suitcase either. I'm a light packer, light traveler. Oh, you can't hear it. It's okay. Those of you familiar with the Scandival, had to bring in a little LVP for you. Sorry, guys.
Thanks for your time and attention so far and making it to the halfway point. This is Lisa Vanderpump. Today's trivia question is, how many unique consumers does Dish Media reach on a monthly basis? In millions. Is it A, 8.5 million, B, 12 million, C, 28 million, or D, 31 million?
Okay, who wants to take a stab at it? You in the front. Correct. Ding, 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 ding. He wins. I'll find you afterwards and I'll get you set up with this gift card. So thank you so much for doing that. Again, I'm a huge Bravo fan. I cannot help it. If I talked to anybody last night, I'm sure you understand what a fan I am. But okay, so moving on. So with this massive scale, what we wanted to share with you, this is not a slide to brag about all the people that we partner with. This is not what this is about. It's just about showing you sort of the different spectrum and variety of brands and retailers that are now moving over to an audience-first, data-driven approach, right? You can see it's anything from grocery subcategory to mass retailers to specialty brands and even luxury. The point is they're seeing success in a time when there's a lot of economic pressure and a lot of challenges in retail. We need your dollars to work harder for you. And so that audience-first, data-driven approach is really where folks are seeing success. So when we talk about what are these brands doing, how are they approaching addressable, what does this mean? I go back to sort of thinking about what you guys are doing in CTV. Those tactics can be equally effective in addressable television. Again, you get the benefits of being on that live linear feed with that appointment-driven television viewing, with all the benefits of digital, right? So if we start sort of on your right side, or my left, I can't remember, yeah. We go from sort of less targeted to more targeted. So in terms of broad-based demo targeting, we have several brands that come to us whose sole focus is just to reach a demo layer. They just want to target women 25 to 54. They just want to target men 18 to 34. And they're seeing great success. That small amount of precision is helping them drive sales and ROI. Then we move to a little bit more targeted. And these are brands that are really taking advantage of suppressing audiences. So maybe they're looking for net new customers. This is a tactic that helps them really make sure they're not talking to their current customers and just finding brand new customers. So as we go down a more targeted approach, we also have reach extension. This is a product we launched about 2 years ago. It's been incredibly successful in the retail space in particular, because when you guys are really focused on very specific promotional periods, your effective reach is incredibly important. And so what we're able to do with reach extension is take and isolate out all the houses that have not been exposed to your ad creative or that have been underexposed based on your frequency goals. We can isolate those houses out, and then we can just target against them specifically. So we know we're getting you completely net new households, net new customers. And then we get to hyper-targeted. This is quite frankly where we see the majority of retailers working with us. That's when you deploy your CRM data. You share it with us via LiveRamp, via Experian, and then we're able to actually target against that specific audience. Maybe you're trying to move basket sizes, right? Get somebody to spend from that $112 to $145. Or maybe it's that you're trying to get them to actually buy additional products. This is where your first-party CRM data is incredibly helpful, but also you can lean on us because we do have first-party deterministic subscriber data. We know we have these people's credit card information. We know where they're shopping. We know what they're doing, and you can target against that as well. Or in third-party data can also be incredibly effective in this route. We do see a lot of retail brands coming through and using Epsilon, like Debbie mentioned. Epsilon really seems to be jiving, I would say, with the retail industry, and they seem to have a lot of data points that are really helpful for you guys. So that's just a data partner. We work with all data partners out there, but Epsilon seems to be the one that's popping most for retail in particular. So what kind of success are they seeing, right? Like, what are they really doing and how are they measuring it? So this is an example of a retailer who launched a national campaign in the fall of last year. They used their first-party CRM data, ported it over to us. We mapped that to our audience and then sort of deployed against a campaign against that audience. That campaign ran for about 6 weeks, and about 30 days after the campaign, we were able to provide reporting that showed that we delivered a 62% increase in their lift in sales. Those are huge numbers. And then a 92% increase in website penetration. So we're really actually seeing good success here. This is an example of a client who really wanted to focus on reach booster and drive those net new incremental reach points against their national linear schedule. So this is a mattress brand. They typically spend very much so in linear, but they really wanted to see how much incrementality Addressable on top of that could deliver. So they deployed a campaign. It was reaching adults 25 to 54. They really wanted to hone in on that light TV viewer that's really hard to capture. The campaign ran for about 4 weeks, and the frequency was about 4 times per week. And we saw that DISH was able to drive an 11% incrementality across their national linear schedule, and Sling drove 30%. So in total, the campaign was able to deliver 78% penetration against their total audience. So incredible results here. And so as we move to the future, DISH is really known for innovating. We were the first to launch satellites, first to launch a live stream product, and now we are the first to enable our DISH inventory to be bought programmatically. So you can actually buy into live linear programming via programmatic pipes, which is incredibly exciting. There are opportunities out there now where you can buy VOD inventory, but live linear, if you want in-game, in March Madness action, if you want to be live in front of like that appointment-driven audience, this is your best way to use all those great digital benefits, get that closed-loop reporting, and you can do it all programmatically. So that's it, guys. Fast. Thank you.
That was fast. That was awesome.